statewide alert has been issued for a 4-year-old Yakima boy who went missing over the weekend. Yakima police have been searching for Lucian since Saturday night. State Patrol says he walked away from his parents at Sarge Hubbard Park. 80 search and rescue members have been searching a nearby river and Buchanan Lake. Drone and search dogs have also been deployed. If you have any information, call 911.
Hey guys, welcome back to True Crime with Shannon, where I cover missing persons, unsolved cases, crime news, and more. Okay, so I'm going to get into little Lucian MUNGUIA, his case. He's been missing really now for just over 2 months. So this is a case I've been meaning to cover on the channel, and there's just been so much going on that I haven't been able to cover him, and I want to give his family some coverage on his case. He's another 5-year-old that's currently missing. But before we get into today's topic, I always like to feature a missing persons poster on the channel. So let me pull up today's missing persons poster. Today's missing person is going to be Oakley Carlson. Now, some of you may have seen her poster throughout social media. I know I've seen Oakley's poster a number of times. She is 5 years old when she's been missing, brown hair and brown eyes. Oakley's last credible sighting was on February 10th, 2021 in Oakville, Washington. There is currently a reward for information leading to her whereabouts. If you have any information, please call 360-964-1729. You can also call Crime Stoppers at 800-222-8477 or 360-533-8765. Now, this is a missing 5-year-old out of Washington. If you have any information on little Oakley Carlson, please contact the authorities. So, while I've been following little Lucian's case through a few other channels that I always follow, I haven't covered his disappearance like I previously just stated. So, I'm kind of going back to the beginning, but this is a recent article from the Yakima Herald Republic, and I wanted to cover this. It was just covered right a little bit after Halloween, and I do follow their family's Facebook group. Halloween was a big favorite for little Lucian, so this was definitely a big one for this family. So let's see what the Yakima Herald Republic has to say. Fall was a special season for 5-year-old Lucian MUNGUIA of Yakima, who has been missing 2 months this week. He enjoyed shopping for pumpkins, wearing Halloween pajamas, and ringing doorbells during neighborhood trick-or-treating. This year, it was really hard to walk into the store and see those pumpkins because if he were with me, he'd have to have them, his mom Sandra MUNGUIA said in an interview. Lucian was last seen on September 10th, heading across the parking lot of Sarge Hubbard Park in Yakima and toward the Yakima River and other bodies of water. He was wearing blue shorts and a blue shirt with a shark on it. His disappearance launched a massive community search that is ongoing. Sandra shared memories of tucking Lucian into bed with his favorite sea animals toys and plastic pumpkins lined up beside him. She also shared memories of past family get-togethers. Halloween was a favorite holiday of her dad, Lucian's grandpa, who died of cancer in November 2021. Knowing he was sick, the family made his last Halloween incredibly special with out-of-town visitors, face painting, and decorations, MUNGUIA said. This year, the family marked Halloween with costumes, trick-or-treating, and outreach about Lucian's case. And there's a photo there at a trunk-or-treat that is also trying to help find Lucian. Mungua said she and her husband Juan have not stopped searching for Lucian, who is autistic and non-verbal. We're still out there every day at some point in the day or night, she said, checking new places and spots that have already been searched. Some of the family members who came to Yakima to help with the initial search have returned home and are now doing what they can from afar, while support continues to come from local family and community members, Mungua said. The family is also working with police. Authorities launched an extensive search of the park, Yakima River, and nearby lakes and ponds in the days following his disappearance. The search has involved hundreds of people, boats, drones, specialized dive teams, and flyovers by aircraft. Yakima police are continuing their investigation into Lucian's disappearance, YPD spokesperson Yvette Nunez said Wednesday. The department is asking anyone with video from the park from 6:45 p.m. to 7:30 p.m. the day Lucian was reported missing to please share it with police. While early reports said YPD had video footage showing Lucian heading south and east from the parking lot, Inenza said information was actually based upon interviews, including a child forensic interview. YPD also confirmed that Lucian and his family were at the park by confirming Lucian's father's timelines of events leading to Lucian's disappearance, she said. YPD investigators say there appears to be no foul play in Lucian's disappearance, based on the available evidence. While we cannot rule out foul play for definite, detectives have looked extensively into all avenues, including witness statements, polygraphs, background into investigations, timelines, canvassing the entire area in and around the park for clues of wrongdoing, tip follow-ups from a local community as well as nationwide, Anunza said in an email, but nothing thus far points to any foul play. Mungua said waterways are still a focus for the search, and people continue to go out on rafts and kayaks to search. Divers have searched the ponds at the park, but not the river. Divers were willing to go into the river, but law enforcement said, and the family agreed, that the river is just too dangerous, she said. We don't want to put anyone in harm's way, Mungua said. She said she has talked to detectives about searching farther down the river, where the water could have carried Lucian over the top of dams. The family is also continuing outreach at local events. Mungua and her kids participated in a trunk or treat event at Steve Hannon Auto Group last week, passing out candy and flyers and selling hot chocolate. Their vehicle's trunk was decorated to an under-the-sea theme. The family also hosted a bake sale Monday. The funds raised are put toward printing flyers, ordering banners, and hiring private investigators, Mungua said. We are talking to a couple of different PIs just to kind of see what they can help us out with, she said. It feels like the police kind of disregard whatever we have to say. They are helping still, but it just feels like we want more. We need more help. She encouraged anyone who was up at the park September 10th or anyone with information to contact the police or the family, and she asked that people continue posting flyers or sharing the story on social media. The family also has larger posters and yard signs available. We're just trying to do whatever we can to make sure he doesn't turn into a backstory, she said. Information about the outreach efforts and events can be found at the family's Facebook page for the search, Finding Lucian, and I'll include a link to that as well. The family has offered a $10,000 reward for the missing 5-year-old's return or for information regarding his whereabouts. Lucian's warmth and excitement was missed during Halloween activities this year, his family said. This year it was really hard not having him. It's hard not having him every day, but it was different because this year my daughter is 2, and she got to dress up on something she picked out and do the door-to-door thing, Mungua said. Driving home after trick-or-treating, I didn't even get to look in my rearview mirror to see how happy Lucian was, she said. In past years, Lucian didn't quite grasp the concept of skipping the houses where porch lights were turned off or sharing the doorbell ringing responsibility with his brother, Adonis. Still, he loved ringing the bell and getting to say trick or treat, Mungua said. It was so much fun to watch his little face light up when they would put the candy in there, she said. You had to be there just to see how he was. It made his heart super happy. So that is really a very good article on kind of the current status of things for Lucian. And let me pull up some basic information on little Lucian. So there's little Lucian, a couple of photos. Of note, he no longer has the binky in his mouth. This is the shirt that he was wearing the day he disappeared. So this is why this particular photo is very prominent in all the flyers, posters, and what have you. Lucian MUNGUIA. Lucian MUNGUIA went missing on September 10th at around 7:15 p.m. in the Sarge Hubbard Park play area in Yakima, Washington. He's autistic and non-verbal. He was last seen wearing a blue shirt with a shark on it and blue shorts. So again, these are just two photos, and that's a picture of the park right there. It's quite a large park, and I actually have a slide just on the park there. I haven't looked as much into it as I want to, but it's quite a park, and it's apparently very, very popular for the locals. But these are definitely some great pictures of Lucian. And again, this is the shirt he's wearing in this middle photo. So that's why that is such a prominent photo. Let me get the information up about the park. So this is some photos of the Sarge Hubbard Park in Yakima. So I kind of pulled up, this is like the big sign when you come in here on the bottom left here. And it looks like they have, like I said, they've stated they have a lot of bodies of water. And there's another photo of the playground. I guess the toys and all that where the kids play. And there's quite a path for running, jogging, running, walking, biking, whatever have you. So it's quite a huge park, and these definitely don't do that justice. But again, I'll include a link as well to the park if you guys are wanting to look more into the park, because I want to start looking in the map on that one as well. It's such a big area for sure. Just so many places a little guy could go. I mean, it's amazing how fast a 4 or 5-year-old can move when they want to move. And the situation was, for those that are not aware, his father went to go change the baby, the now 2-year-old, and he left Lucian with his brother, and he was gone for maybe a minute or so, and then Lucian was just gone. So sadly, it kind of does remind me of the Michael Vaughn situation where his dad went upstairs to change the baby, and a minute later comes back and Michael's gone. So it's scary to see how fast a little one can go. They're just 2 seconds and they're gone. It's a scary thing for sure. Here's a piece from News Nation. This was about, I think maybe 2 weeks ago tops. And they have covered Lucian. I believe that their coverage is really, really good. And they, to me, in my opinion, they are some of the best out there if you're trying to get anything close to journalism. So here is the News Nation piece from the rush hour on Lucian.
Tonight on Missing, the search for a 4-year-old boy who vanished from a Washington state playground more than 6 weeks ago. For 46 days, authorities have scoured the area for Lucian MUNGUIA, the little boy last seen in the city of Yakima, which sits about 100 miles southeast of Seattle. News Nation's Marty Hughes has the latest on the search.
1 minute, Lucian MUNGUIA was at the park with his dad and siblings. The next, he was gone without a trace. Did he wander off on his own, or did someone play a role in his disappearance? His parents have largely refused to talk to the media, and that has fueled suspicion about them on social media. Tonight, they have agreed to tell their story to News Nation in hopes of bringing Lucian home.
The charming laughter of a child, made even sweeter because 4-year-old Lucian MUNGUIA is on the autism spectrum. He doesn't say much except when it comes to sea animals.
He's so smart. He's funny. He can name, over 50, at least over 50 sea life.
But the little boy who loved shark pajamas vanished on September 10th during a trip to the playground with his dad and siblings. Juan MUNGUIA says he had to change his toddler's diaper.
We had just got to the park. My kids are usually entertained with the slides for at least 5 to 10 minutes. It only took me like 1 minute to change her diaper. And in that 1 minute, he was gone.
Police searched the park and surrounding areas.
We've had sheriff search and rescue team, drones. We've had a dive team. We've had bloodhounds. Obviously, dozens and dozens of police officers.
In a statement, police said they established Lucian left the playground alone, heading south and east. Unfortunately, there is a fast-flowing river, a pond, and a deep lake in that direction. Volunteer diver Dave Reynolds released this video showing the conditions in the pond.
And so there's a lot of sediment, there's a lot of underwater debris to get caught up on. And it gets very, very dark very quickly.
Despite that, Reynolds thinks they searched the pond and lake well.
With the amount of divers that have been in the bodies of water, yeah, I would say there's probably a 95 to a 99% chance that he's not there.
Investigators have said there's no evidence of foul play, and the family's story has checked out. Police have even reacted to the wave of suspicion against the family on social media, fueled by their refusal to talk to the media.
Just ask folks to just kind of be patient. Let's support the family, love the family. They're going through a horrible situation that none of us would want to endure.
Juan Munguia says he simply hasn't wanted to take the time away from searching for his son.
I haven't stopped searching. I've been searching this entire time.
Searching and hoping for any sign of Lucian.
Lucian's family marked his 5th birthday with a vigil at the park. The family is also offering a $10,000 reward to bring Lucian home. They have launched a GoFundMe campaign as well to raise money to fund the ongoing search efforts.
So the fact that the family didn't speak up immediately, as someone who has been covering some of these cases for almost a year and seeing how some folks, that's the key in quotes there, some on social media, on YouTube, are not the greatest and most supportive of these families when they are in need and they are victims of a missing child specifically. So I understand that completely, and I saw it firsthand with Michael Monkey Vaughn. They went after that family and specifically that his father very, very hard. So I completely understand that, and to me that's not a suspicion at all. And they've always wanted, they had the Facebook page from the beginning, and they always wanted people to help. They just weren't ready for media interviews. And again, that shouldn't make them guilty. That's my opinion on that. So again, this is little Lucian, and I apologize I said his last name incorrectly. I will get that right. Lucian Munguia. He's been missing now out of Yakima, and we need to help find him, spread the word, put his face out, and so somebody can contact 911 or the local PD and bring him home to his family. Again, he's just like Michael. He's got siblings, and he's got a mom and dad that miss him. So it's another sad case of a little one that wandered off, and they're little. They don't understand, that someone walks up and offers them whatever. I mean, it's stranger danger. I don't know if that's something that a 4 or 5-year-old completely gets at this point in their life, and so. But again, just get the word out. I'm gonna share his poster again on my community tab. Just share his poster out on your socials if you can. I'm going to include the links to their Facebook page and what have you, their GoFundMe if you decide you would like to donate to the family for them to get posters and whatever they need for their continued search for Lucian, as a lot of us are not anywhere near Washington. I'm here in Florida, so the best I can do is help spread the word on social media, and I can do my part. And if nothing else, just share his face. That's really the best you can do. All right, guys, this is going to be it for tonight. I hope you guys have a great rest of the day or evening, depending upon when you're watching this. And most of all, stay safe.